Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, I will show you a little bit about what I've been doing on the first semester in computer science. Um, so here's a list of what we should have achieved during the teaching of the first semester. One semester is a half a year, so this is programming in a half a year. And in this video, I will show you my first Java assignment that we handed over to our teacher. And I will show you the last Java assignment that we handed over to our teachers. So you can kind of see the progress and what we are working with and what you can look forward to working with, or you have an idea of what you're going to work with. Because when I first started out, I didn't really know what computer science was all about, and it's kind of a big world, and there's a lot of things to it, and you don't really know what to start. And of course, this is different from university to university. But I'll show you how my university did and what we learned in the first half year. We learn in general, we will learn about Java and Python if we want. That's an option that I surely will grab onto later on. It's not an option for me right now, but later on it will be. And we're gonna learn a little bit about HTML, CSS, and a little bit of JavaScript as well. So we kind of get the whole package, I guess you could say. Like, we don't really dive really deep into something. We just look at it at the surface and get an idea of what it is, and some things we'll dive a little deeper into and have a look and understanding what happens behind the scenes, I guess you could say. But in this video, I'll show you, as I said, two examples. The first project that we actually made, and a lot of the projects that we made, was in a program called Processing, which is like Java, but the syntax is pretty much like Java, but a lot of things is just cut off. Like, the main method is not public static void main, string args, whatever. It's just run. I think it's called run. Actually, I forgot now, but that's not really important. So the thing is, we had a little bit of our understanding of what programming is and how it works before we started creating Java projects. And that is the reason why the first project we did in Java was a little bit more complicated than the typical first project you will make. So it was difficult, but we made it through in our group, and in the end, I think we did a great job. All right, so this is a list of the things that we will be covering on the first semester. So just a little introduction. Actually, this was in Danish, so I converted it from Danish to English. So I hope you'll appreciate that because that took me some time, but well, here we are. So we learned a lot about objects. What is a class, an object, a constructor, getters and setters, to string, access modifiers, blah, blah, blah. If you are new to programming, you will probably be a big question mark right now and don't really know what I'm talking about. And this video is like, if people want to study computer science and having some examples on what we are really doing. So I'll not cover this too much, but now you have an idea of what we are working with and which part of programming that you will look into in the beginning, because as I said, it's a big world and there's a lot of things to dive into. So I'll just show you. Oh, I actually see here that I have not converted this into English, but it's the loops. Yeah, I will not dive too deep into it, but I will just let you read here. You can pause the video and have a look at what we're working with. Yeah. All right, so to my very first Java project. This was originally in Danish, but I have converted some of the some of the text into to English, so you'll have a little bit better understanding. We have a menu card that I didn't really want to put into English, so you can see tomato sauce, which is just tomato sauce, and mozzarella. That's the same in English. In Denmark, we copy a lot of English words because we're very lazy. So yeah, and we have ost, which is cheese, and yeah, whatever. Like, it's just ingredients. It don't really matter. And this is the name. All right. Okay, so in the first project we made we had a description of a guy who was working in our city that needed to have a pizza program that he can use. So he would have an idea of which pizzas was ordered the most. So he needed to which like ingredients he needed to maybe import more of, and so on and so forth. And he also wanted the menu card to show up on the program. So when people called in, he could easily look it up on the computer, and he could place the order, and he could later on, when the customer came into the shop, he could mark the order as finished. And he would also like a method which could, I mean, he didn't say a method, he just said some things that because this guy didn't know programming at all. So he just said that he needed a list where he saw the orders that were ongoing, which were not finished yet. So we would like have to take that and convert it into a programming sense. All right, so let me just run the program, and maybe it will make a little bit more sense what I'm saying. All right, so these are the menu options that we have. So if I just go through them one by one, the first one, show menu. When you click on that, you can see all the products, all the pizzas that we have, and these are loaded in from a CSV file. In this project, we loaded data into CSV file, and we also exported the data from to a CSV file. So the pizzas here are coming from this list right here, and we imported by this method, loaded into an array and added to a list of pizzas, and then we print the list out. But that's not really important for us right now. By the way, I know if you're a little bit more experienced programmer, you know that this is not like the way to go around it. We put a lot of things in our main controller, basically the whole thing into this class, because we were a little bit confused of object-oriented programming. So we didn't really use it that much. So our teacher was not super happy, but he was happy about it, because I mean, we were like for three months into programming when we made this program. We've used processing, the other IDE, I guess you could say, for Java. The syntax is a little different, but it's kind of looks alike. So yeah, but he was okay, happy about it. All right. You can place an order, as I said, and then it asks for your name, and then we will just say Matthias, because that's my name. When would you like the pizza to be ready? In minutes. Well, it's ready in 20 minutes, because the pizza man is not so busy right now. Which pizza would you like? We would like number 4, number 10, and number, not 22, because that's not a valid number. We only have 17 pizzas. And then number 7. And then 99 to exit. So now that's order is placed, and we can then press 3 to show and finish active orders. And as you can see, this is our customer, Matthias, and the bestilling, which means the order, is a calzone, a salvia, carbonara, blah, blah, blah. And here's the total price. And the status for the order is that it's created, and it's going to be picked up at this time. a little bit weird time maybe, but we couldn't really convert it into only minutes at this point, so that's the reason why it looks a bit weird. But we told the pizza man about it, and he was okay. He said it was fine. He can work with that. All right. So if we go back, now I can choose the wished order ID to exit the order. Like instead of the status for the order, it now has to be done instead. And this is order ID 0 because it's our first order for the day. So we will press 0 because now our customer has come to pick up their pizza. Boom. And now it's done. So when it's done, we can show the current turnover. If we do that, you can see the turnover for finished orders for the day is 209 kroner. If we made another order called Matthias 2, also ready in 20 minutes, 3, 4, right, and we go in and we finish the order, press 1 here, and we show the turnover, you can see that it has changed like this. And also, it comes onto this CSV file when it's done. So we have that. So if the program closes for some reason, or there happens an error, the pizza man's orders don't just go away, they're still in here. So we don't need to panic too much if his program crashes. The problem here is that we have an orders done and we have active orders. So if the program crashes one day, he will have to look, okay, which orders is active. These okay, this is for example number 1. Okay, and the last order that was done was maybe number 0, and then he knows like, okay, then that means order number 1 is not finished, so we have to make that order ready for the customer. So it's a little bit like it could be optimized a bit, but yeah, it's just for the purpose of the educational purposes. Right now, the pizza man I'm talking about is not a real person, it's just a fictive person that we made up. So of course, if this was a real life situation, the program would have to be optimized a bit better. All right, so if we press on 6, you can see the most popular pizzas, and you can see how many numbers of the pizzas there have been made. So pizza number 1, 0 have ordered that pizza, and 0 number 2, and number 3 there's 1, number 4 there's 2, and number 7 there's 1, and number 10 there's 1. So right now we can see the most popular pizza is the calzone number 4 right now. All right, so you can see this is our statistics. It don't really matter that much, but we basically just export into the CSV file, and when we look to see which pizzas are the most bought pizzas, we can get the data from here and show the pizza man the most ordered pizza. All right, and the last thing we have is the number 9. If we press on 9, exit and save, it will say goodbye and thank you for the day. And now the program has stopped. And if we go into orders done, it will give a little last message here, like the turnover for the day is 374 kroners. All right, so that's the first project we made. This is the next product that we made, project, and this is a little bit more complicated, and this was the last project that we made before going on to the second semester. I'm starting second semester in 6 days, so yeah, I've only been programming for half a year, so bear with me if it's not not perfect code. Yeah, all right, but In this one, we was a lot better at working with Java as a object-oriented programming language. As you can see, we have a lot of different packages and different classes which are split appropriately. Like we have the data, where we have a class that exports the data and imports the data, and we have a controller that takes care of what is going to happen for each of the different members that this program have. Okay, so maybe I should tell you about what the program is all about. Well, this is a swimming club, like a system for a swimming pool, public swimming pool. So we have like, what can you say, the manager, and you have a cashier, and then you have a trainer that can log in. So these different login types have different functionality, basically. So I will not cover everything because, as I said, it's a kind of complicated program, but I will just show you the coolest ones. All right, so I didn't convert this to English either, so bear with me. But when you run the program, it basically asks you if you are the manager, the cashier, or the trainer. And for this one, I will just press 1. What is your username? That's manager, and your password is oh, I was just about to type manager. It's format because that's manager in Danish. All right, so there you go. So now that's right. Actually, if I let's say I pressed wrong, so I said like this, and the password was only this, it would say wrong username or password. All right, so we will log in again. So manager 1, 2, 3. All right, so now we're in. Now we can show the members, which is number one. We can add members, we can remove members, or we can exit the program. All right, so if we start out by showing the members, it will load these data in from our database. All right, so I'll just show you our database, which is something we worked in the last month of the semester. We were working with databases and how they work, and we used a JDBC connector, which is something that connects the MySQL to your Java project. So these two can talk together like that. So as you can see, we have a member ID and some different values here. Like there are some, you can be a senior, you can also be a junior. Right now there is no junior, I can see. And then you have some different things. You can see if they need to pay and if they're which gender they are, and yeah, stuff like that. So the program basically loads these data into our program here. So you can see it's the same. Okay. If we wanted, this is only the manager that can do this. The cashier cannot do this. So if you wanted to add a member to this program, you will have to type 2, and then it will say you are now adding a new member. What is the name of the new member? So the new member is called Karen, right? So Karen, are you a man or a woman? Well, Karen, she's a woman. So we're gonna press 2. And when are you born? She was born in 2004. All right, there you go. And then you have to then there are two kind of what can I say, memberships. One is a passive membership, which means that you are in the club and you can go watch other people swim, and you can go into the swimming pool for free, but you cannot jump inside it. And the other one is that you're active. That means you have all the swimming pools, yeah, things for you to do. Okay, so we're gonna press 1. She's gonna go into the swimming pool. Okay, the second one is that if you are a competition swimmer, or you just swim to get your cardio up. So she is not really a competition swimmer. She's just gonna get in better shape, basically. So we're gonna press 1. All right. The reason why it's the manager needs to ask her this question is because if she wanted to become a part of the team, she would like with the trainer, she would have to be signed up for the competition swimming. So that way she can go to the different swimming teams, basically. All right, so if we go inside show members again, we can see that Karen is now in our database, actually, because it's loaded from the database. So if we just update the database right here, there you go, we can see Karen is now inside here. So that's perfect. So if we stop the program now and run it again, the members would still be inside here. It's not like the other program that we made where if the program crashes, well, you're fucked. You have to you have to look in the CSV file and trying to find some meaning in what's happening and which orders and done and so on and so forth. Okay, so if we finish, we can go back and we can I'll just do this. Okay, so let's just say that now you want to log in as the cashier, and that's the cashier and cashier 1 2 3. All right, that was incorrect. Oh my god. Well, that's also a little problem, that if you type wrong 2 times, it's not gonna work. Well, so it's not totally optimized. There's definitely some improvements that this program could have, but it's running. And oh my god, I think I forgot the password. Wait a minute. But the password is inside this class, so I will just have to, no, it's not. It's in our user login, of course. So there you go. This is the correct username, so we will just do that. So we will press 1 2 3. All right, there you go. So you can see which members needs to pay. This is all the members, so you can see everybody that has minus needs to pay. And if we wanted to, let's say that Karen, who was just added to the swimming pool, she wants to pay, then we can register her payment. So choose the member ID that has to pay, and that would be Karen, and her ID is 14, so we press 14. How much do you want to pay? We will pay everything, so we will pay 1,000. And there you go. And if we show the members who need to pay, we can see Karen is no longer on the list. So these members definitely need to pay, and yeah. So and the reason why this one is 481 is because maybe Matthias 4 paid a little bit, but not the whole thing. He didn't have enough cash, but he had a little bit. So yeah. All right. I think actually, yeah. Okay. So I hoped you liked this video and sort of got an idea of what the first semester or the first half year of computer science would be like. Of course, as I said in the beginning, it's different from university to university and teacher to teacher and so on and so forth. But yeah, in general, like if I have seen this video before I started, I would definitely have a better idea and understanding of uh, what computer science was all about. I mean, you see Facebook and you see Twitter and you see YouTube, and you're like, I want to make an application like that, but is that really what you're going to do in the first year of computer science? No, not really. So what are you going to do? Like, I didn't knew at least, but well, now I know because now I'm finished. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, and you want to see more videos like this, and also, as I said, I will begin the second semester very soon. So there's also going to be some videos about HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and connecting Java and to a web application. I don't know how to do it yet, but yeah, I mean, I've programmed for half a year, so I'm not the best, but I still hope you found this video interesting, and if you did, please make sure to leave a like and leave a comment. That would be very much appreciated. I'm still waiting on my first comment on YouTube, so I mean, a comment would mean everything. Like, even if it's just like, I mean, it was a good video, but why didn't you show that? Or this is wrong, or whatever. And if you say this is wrong, I know it's not set up perfectly. Like, this program is definitely set up better than the last one, but it's not the ideal. But yeah, I hope you will follow along with my journey, and hope to see you in another video. And until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye.